While comedies are designed to make us laugh, the best ones also deliver strong stories that keep us guessing with unforgettable endings. Whether through an unexpected twist or a heartwarming subversion of expectations, it's always refreshing when funny films flip the script and leave audiences both amused and amazed. Comedies include a broad range of styles and subgenres, as great road movies, hilarious satires, and clever kids' animated releases have kept viewers engaged with surprising and shocking conclusions. These bold endings have solidified these films' iconic status and mean that viewers remember them well after the credits have rolled. Planes, Trains and Automobiles, 1987. Steve Martin and John Candy in Planes, Trains and Automobiles. The John Hughes classic Planes, Trains and Automobiles stands as the definitive road movie as two mismatched men are forced to travel together on a 3-day odyssey to reach Chicago before Thanksgiving. With John Candy as the kind-hearted but incredibly annoying salesman, Del Griffith, and Steve Martin as the frustrated ad exec Neil Page, the pair made an unforgettable comedic duo. While the premise of Planes, Trains and Automobiles rested on Neil's desire to escape from Del, the ending felt heartwarming. That's because, for all Del's eccentricities, he was essentially kind and had a tragic backstory as a widowed husband. Ultimately, Neil was won over by Del and, in a shocking twist, actually ended up inviting him to his home for Thanksgiving. Game Night, 2018. Max, Jason Bateman, and Annie, Rachel McAdams, lie on the road in Game Night. Game Night was truly one of the wildest comedies in recent memory, as it took the idea of suburban friends' weekly game night to its absolute extreme. With a mysterious plot involving murder, kidnapping, and plenty of twists and turns, this was truly an unforgettable viewing experience that kept the audience guessing throughout. With a fantastic script and great performances, Game Night came to an end with the mastermind Brooks under house arrest for his crimes and hosting yet another game night for the group. However, in a shocking twist, Brooks revealed he sold his witness protection list for $3 million as armed men arrived at the home, setting off another shocking adventure. Dr. Strangelove, 1964. Slim Pickens as Major Kong in Dr. Strangelove. With the full title Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, this satirical Stanley Kubrick classic remains as relevant as ever through its exploration of the flaws of political power structures. Peter Sellers delivered incredible performances in multiple roles in this biting takedown of Cold War anxieties. While cinephiles will be well aware of Dr. Strangelove's shocking ending, which saw Major Kong riding a nuclear bomb like a bucking bronco as a montage of nuclear annihilation plays to the sound of "We'll Meet Again," at the time this was an unimaginably wild conclusion. By having the bomb actually go off, Kubrick tapped into society's deepest fears. Life of Brian, 1979. Graham Chapman holding a cross in Monty Python's Life of Brian. Monty Python's Life of Brian was a satirical take on the life of Jesus Christ as seen through the story of a Judean man born on the same day, who is consistently mistaken for the Messiah. From the beginning, it was obvious this comedy would end with a crucifixion, but the way it was depicted was a big surprise. With a closing scene that saw Brian nailed to a cross, this somber ending was replaced by sheer joy as his fellow doomed men sang a song promoting positivity with "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life." This upbeat tune stood in stark contrast to the grim realities of crucifixion and shocked audiences with its pure levity. The Cable Guy, 1996. The Cable Guy staring down at the satellite dish in The Cable Guy. Audiences back in the mid-1990s thought they knew what to expect from comedy star Jim Carrey, as hit movies like Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber leaned into his eccentric persona. However, The Cable Guy took things into much darker territory as he played an obsessive cable installer named Chip. While Chip's stalkerish fascination with a customer named Stephen, Matthew Broderick, was played for laughs throughout most of the movie, its ending became almost tragic in its shocking execution. That's because Chip's mental state truly unraveled as he attempted to murder Stephen's girlfriend, Robin, and The Cable Guy became more like a horror movie than a mainstream comedy. Sorry to Bother You, 2018. Lakeith Stanfield's cash in the office call center in Sorry to Bother You by Boots Riley. The musician-turned-director Boots Riley blew audiences away with his debut film, Sorry to Bother You, in 2018. This satirical take on corporate culture in modern America addresses issues of class, race, and social dynamics as an African-American telemarketer who adopts a white voice to succeed at his job. Sorry to Bother You tapped into the zeitgeist of contemporary times, but its shocking twist ending felt like it came completely out of left field. That's because this hilarious satire developed into shocking body horror as characters transformed into horse people, which stood as a clever commentary on the dehumanizing nature of modern working life. Some Like It Hot, 1959. Jack Lemmon in a boat in Some Like It Hot. Few classic comedies have endured quite like Billy Wilder's Some Like It Hot, which featured hilarious performances from Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Marilyn Monroe. As the story of two musicians posing as women to escape from the mobsters who want them dead, the entire premise of this comedy rested on what would happen when their identities were ultimately revealed. Jack Lemmon's Daphne spends the film fending off the affections of Osgood Fielding, who hopes to get married. In the final scene, Daphne rips off their wig, reveals himself as Joe, and blurts out, "I'm a man." However, Osgood simply shrugs and delivers the punchline, "Well, nobody's perfect," closing Some Like It Hot with one of cinema's most unforgettable endings. The Lego Movie, 2014. The poster for the Lego Movie. The Lego Movie was a love letter to the power of imagination and to builders of all ages who understand the endless possibilities of these iconic toy blocks. Telling the story of a Lego minifigure believed to be the chosen one, this classic hero's journey saw him take on a tyrannical businessman in an adventure to save the Lego universe.